Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and President Joe Biden's legacy has taken another disastrous hit. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. President Joe Biden, his legacy, has the Afghanistan withdrawal, which was a disaster. It has massive inflation, massive prices on your eggs and things you're buying in the grocery store. It has all kinds of debacles, the Hunter Biden controversy, foreign influence peddling accusations. It's a bad legacy. And he hurt that legacy again when he pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. And then he wasn't done. He goes and pardons some of the worst criminals in this nation, over 30 of them convicted of crimes I'm not even allowed to say on this platform. That's how abhorrent the crimes are, that I'm not even allowed to say them, but Google them. Check them anywhere. You'll see for yourself. They're horrific. Pardons those people. And now he gives an interview where he's asked, President Biden, what regrets do you have? Everybody has some regrets, right? You had 4 years as president. What do you regret? He regrets nothing, he says. But a report has just surfaced where he does have at least one regret. But that regret is completely self-serving. It's not about the 13 service members who met their demise during that Afghanistan withdrawal. No, his regret is that he stepped aside to let Kamala Harris campaign for the presidency. That's his regret. That's his only regret, and that's according to sources that The Guardian spoke to. So, Scott Jennings of CNN, conservative commentator, big Trump guy, he just tore the president to shreds. And whatever was left of his legacy, well, that's now in cinders. I want you to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Look, it is going to be really just days from now that Joe Biden will no longer be president. How will his time in office be remembered? I think there's probably a shorter term question and then a longer term question.
Sure, I agree with that. Look, I think in the longer term, we will remember that this is a president and vice president who helped us come back from the brink during COVID, when people were dying by the hundreds of thousands on a daily basis, and we were in our homes, and companies and small businesses were falling off a cliff. And he helped to get vaccines, get us out of our homes, get us back to work, and invested in this country. I think one of the things that you'll see him doing with the time that he has left is more around investments in the CHIPS and Science Act. I think that's actually going to be transformational in communities around the country. I think Donald Trump will take credit for it, but Joe Biden's record with regard to the things that he's accomplished, I think will stand the test of time. Now, what my dear friend Scott and others will talk about, and quite frankly, I'm going to say this, on it, rightfully so, it was very disturbing to learn late in the year about just how how poor his health has become. And like many, I did not realize that it had gotten to that point. That being said, I think he showed up for the job. He got the work done. I think some of the accomplishments also in the Middle East and foreign policy will also stand the test of time.
You think the Middle East is in better shape today than when he took office?
Well, I think he got our hostages home. I think that's a big deal. I think it's important.
I'm sorry, which hostages?
He's gotten a number of people home. He was able.
There's still 100 people over there.
Well, there were more than
including some Americans. Look, I think he's gonna leave office in disgrace. The Hunter Biden pardon was disgraceful. He's going to be remembered largely for inflation and for the disastrous Afghanistan pullout. And I think as we continue to, we're just getting the first draft of this now, but as we continue to learn about the massive cover-up that went on, not about his health, but about his mental acuity, to cover that up, the efforts that were undertaken by the White House staff, by his family, not in the last couple of months, but for all 4 years, I think it's going to be a really ugly chapter. It's a diminished presidency because of it. And I think we still don't know the full extent of what they did to try to hide what they've been doing over in the West Wing.